Good morning, everyone. It's not morning, it's afternoon now. I didn't get up until 11 o'clock. Hard day yesterday. Anyway, I was listening to Supreme Ginger Stacker yesterday, and he was pouring his third, I think his third design. And I couldn't watch more. I had to run to town and do. I can't do a live one this morning either because I got to run to town and get some air filters for the skid loader. But it's already noonish. No, 11:20 something. I got up at 10, I guess. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I told Ginger I haven't actually poured anything since high school metals class, and when we were in metals class, we had to make projects to for a grade on certain aspects of metals class. Well, welding, I had to make. I chose to make car ramps. You drive a pickup up and down, to change oil. You drive up on ramps, drive down, and all of my welds had to hold everything, and the looks of my welds, all that got graded, and I have one piece that I welded or not welded poured when we did casting and pouring. I decided to do a gun rest out of aluminum. I poured aluminum and I poured it in two pieces. And I am still using that gun rest to this day. As a matter of fact, I brought it in to show you. Um, I graduated high school in 1975. I probably poured that in 1974. And if you're trying to use that to guess my age, in 1975, I also joined the military. I was 19 because I was put back 1 year in fifth grade when we moved from Ionia to Osage because my mother got remarried. And we as a family moved from Ionia, Iowa, to Osage or Statesville, Iowa. So I went from the Ionia School District to the Osage School District, and I finished my school in Osage. Anyway, I have that piece in here for you to look at. Oh, by the way, I'm 68 years old. I was born in 1956. So, yes, I'm 68 years old. And when I turned 68 this year, or last year when I turned 67, I officially became old. I wasn't old up to that point. I didn't feel old. I didn't realize I was old. I still thought I was a young person, but I'm not. My body is done. It's just done. But that's what you get from living an exciting life of jumping out of airplanes and carrying a rucksack for the United States military. Yeah, and I'm still only 70%. Fuck the VA. All right, I do have one package. I got one package from Joe Durbin. I think we should open this bad boy up. So let's do that. Take a picture of this right here. Ah, you guys like the old pillow table, don't you? You guys like that pillow table. We'll put some of the desk in there too. Pillow table. All right, let's get our package opening devices here. Our package opening devices. Let's take a look at this shit. I don't know what I got. I can tell you it's Canadian. You guys are gonna like the next package from Joe Durbin. I got gifted yesterday on the auction 3 Canadian small nickels by Frank Mons. All right. It was the first item on the auction. Boy, we were both bidding against each other all the way up to 3 times what the starting bid was. And I said, go for it, Frank. I bowed out. And he said, thank you. Send those to Gary Huffman. He'll know what to do with them. Well, what the? And my mouth was just agape, wide open. I couldn't believe it. Thank you, Frank. That was very, very nice of you. I will repay you someday. Okay, I got 3 little things in there. What? No, 4 little things. 4 little packages. We got 1. Oh, look at that other 1, 2, 3, and a bigger one, 4. I think I know what that one is, but let's take a look at all of the invoices that the Durbans send. Oh, this is 3 auctions too, looks like. Send with each package. Uh-oh. I only got 1 item. Oh, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 items on that, and it's all Canadian. Okay. 1 item on here, American. I got an American coin. I got a Kennedy. Oh, yeah, 3 auctions. Let me see. No, I did. I bought a cent roll and I donated that to the. I sent that to Hidden Numismatist. Large date, 1982p. Oh, I bought a Libertad. How the hell did I get that? And then Canada, and Canada. Well, I got a Libertad. I don't know how I did that, but all right. Well, let's see what we got here. I'm curious. I got a couple of things that weren't Canadian. I actually bought things that weren't Canadian. I'm surprised at that. Oh, we got 3 in there. That's all Canadian. We're going to put that up there until last. And why? Because those are all just single Canadian coin. What do we have here? Oh, this. That might be Canadian. Oh, no. That's Canadian. There it is. There's my Kennedy. See that? I got a first strike PCGS Kennedy. Maybe not the smartest thing I ever bought, but a 2019 S PCGS PR69 DCAM. And that's a silver Kennedy. And I got that fairly cheap. So that's why I bought it. I won't buy American coins unless it's something that really strikes my fancy or I can get it fairly cheap. So we'll put that out there for right now. I'm going to put my bag back underneath it. And I did get I don't know if this is not a Libertad or a peso. Yeah, it might be an un peso. I don't know. Oh, no. It's a 1/4 ounce Libertad. That's why I bought it. 2023 1/4 ounce Libertad. I've had 10th ounce. I've had, I don't know if I've had any halves. I've got all kinds of 2023s and 2022 Libertad, but I don't have any 1/4 ounce one. So that'll just go out my stack with my Mexican stuff. 1/4 ounce. Okay. That's why I bought that. And that had to be a fairly decent price or I wouldn't have bought it. But All right, well, let's look and see what we got. These are those packages. These are more nickels. I can tell you what these are. We're going to have to turn the light on for this. And get the... And we're going to have to get the... Gonna have to get the glass out there. Let me see if I can bring that over there to see it. There you go. There you can see that one. That one probably not the best example, but it's a 1907, which I don't have. Why is this hold up a second. Let's see if we can't get this turned down just a little bit. Maybe that'll look better. There we go. I like these small Canadian nickels. All right, just sue me. I like those little nickels. I have a pretty nice collection of them so far. I have some doubles, but not very many. And here was this was a list of three of them. Had 3 coins on here. That one's got some scratches on the front. That one at the bottom left. But those other 2 got all the dirt in all the right places, man. Hold up a second. I'll turn that one around for you. Oh, I got it upside down. Of course I would. See, the backs are pretty good. Call them fish scales. I got a 20, a 19, and an 18, I believe. Yep, 18, 19, and 20. That 19 and 20 are the ones that are the really nice backs. That one, 18 is really dark, but it's a nice back too. It's got all the dirt in all the right places. Really nice. So what I get? A 1903, an 18, 19, and 20. Cool. Those are my favorites. Did I get any large pennies this time? I did not. I think this last auction yesterday, I bought. They had some large pennies, and you know how you guys like to collect United States large cents. I like to collect Canadian large cents. To me, they're more. Ooh, got a little. I'll take a little tape and put that on there. What this coin is? Which one is this? I'm not. Oh, I love this one. Oh man, look at that. You can't see that really well, but look at the sailing ship on that bad boy. Detroit, the Davis Strait. It's a 5787 Canadian commemorative. It's a 50%. Oh, come here, miss. There we go, miss. Really nice looking coins, too. I mean, yeah, granted, they're 50%, but you know what? I could care less. We'll put them back in the bag just to protect them. Okay, that was an 87. Let's see what this one is. Some of these coins are just beautiful. Oh, it's another nice one. And I don't know, Frostbite, because he likes ships, should a lot of times I would go with Canadians. The 19 or the 18, what is that, 16, 18, 18, 18, 16, Frontenac. I got to move us over here. I can get that shape out of there. Yeah, see, that's the problem with this thing. With the light on this thing and having the camera stand in the middle of the light. I don't like it, but get up here. Let me take a look at this for a second. See if this is a commemorative. (1816 to 1991). Yes, it is a 50% commemorative. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, all right. They're 50% silver, but you know what? And a lot of Canadian coins are what, 80%. The older coins are 80% silver, and these are 50s. You can't collect Canadian cents without collecting the commemoratives. And I do have a lot of commemorative for Special Service Force coins. So those are all either pure silver or pure gold. And I collect those, so I don't see why. Oh, this is the, yeah, I have this one in a set, in a double dollar set. And that'd be an 80% one. This is a 50%. The Regina, you got to have the Regina. Forget about it. Canadian dollar, and that's 1882 to 1982. Regina, Saskatchewan. And I do have this one in a double dollar set, I believe. Or that same skull. I don't know if it's a Regina buffalo skull, but I had to look in my stack. That's cool. I had to have the Regina one. If you guys watch on YouTube, there's a comedy cartoon called Forget About It. Forget about it. Fugget. Forget about a mafioso that witness protection that went to Regina, Canada. Witness protection. Very funny. Very, very funny. So they moved to Regina and they make jokes about Regina, and you just have to have that. You have to have it. It's funny. It's a funny show. The way they make fun of Regina, Saskatchewan. And the show teaches you a little history about Canada, believe it or not, which is kind of cool. It actually teaches you something. And it's funny. Funny as hell. All right. What's a toenail or thumbnail for toenail? Thumbnail for today's video. It's a target with holes in it. That was my 350 Legend at 100 yards when I was sighting it in. I sighted it in an inch high at 100 yards, and that's an AR-15 platform. Look at that group. Look at that group. They're one on top of the other. You can almost not see that those are 3 bullets right there. All right, what do we got here? The clamshell one. This is, and see, look at this is what, that's why I like Canadian coins. Nice clamshells. The way they do stuff. This is this is a locomotive. I like this one. Look at that bad mamma jam. I like that. $1981. There's a queen, young queen too, with a party hat on. But yeah, there are people who collect train coins. There are people who collect boat coins, like Frosty. I know who is it out there that collect train coins. Somebody does, but that's a nice one too. I see. One thing I like about the Canadian Mint is that they have coins with everything possible on the coins. They have wildlife series. They have the province series. They got national park series. They got more series than you know what to do with. And they have they haven't forgot how to package stuff. It's got a little dig in it right there, but that ain't a big deal. See that right there? That's not a big deal. All right, what do we got in the big package? The big package. Oh, hey guys, freaking awesome! Yeah, Frank did me a solid, man. It blew me away that he did that. As hard as he was bidding on that thing, I was thinking to myself, he's gonna get it. So I might have those. I don't know. There was one I didn't have. I know that for sure. But anyway, so I just go for it, Frank. And then he turns around and gives it to me. That was something. Dove season 91. Hi, man. Is that the first time you've been in here? Me and Freakin are in the same boat. A year ago, I had my right ankle refused. So I was sitting in front of this computer for 6 months. Couldn't walk, couldn't put any weight on it. I was on a knee scooter for a while, then crutches with no weight bearing, then crutches with a little weight bearing, and I had to have the boot on the whole time. And then finally, my surgeon said, okay, take the boot off. Or no, then it was a little weight bearing with a boot on, and then full weight bearing with the boot on. Then she said, take the boot off with a little bit of weight. And it took 6 months, man, or longer. And before that, I had an aneurysm on my intestines. What they call, what was it? Called diverticulitis. And it had to have a drain put in to drain the abscess. And then she had to go in and take the abscess and 10 inches out of my intestine. That surgery I recovered from faster than the ankle surgery. And then this last one, which was in, when was it? July? Yeah, July. I had a big honking chunk of fat under my right arm along the right side of my rib cage. And it's nothing, just a big honking piece of fat. And I had that taken out and had to have a drain in there for a while. So in the last year, what do we had? Last year and a half, had 3 surgeries, 2 major ones, 1 minor. So yeah, it's been a hell of a year. Man, ain't it bad when you get your legs are all fucked up and you can't walk and shit? Oh, buddy, I still got to have the painkillers because my back is done. I have a L1 in my back that is completely squashed, and I haven't had anything done with it. And L2, of course, has got arthritis and big thing arthritis. Then T11 and T12 are both very arthritic and full of arthritis. So I take the painkillers for my back mostly. The one painkiller I take is for neuropathy in my foot because I can't feel my foot. The nerves are all dead. I can feel my toes, but I can't feel my foot. Feels like it's asleep all the time. So yeah, I could probably quit taking those painkillers, but not the ones for my back because I have never had anything done to my back. I was told by a surgeon at one time, don't do anything to your back and no surgery until you can't stand the pain any longer. Well, getting to that point, and I think surgical techniques have gotten to the point where uh, I think I could safely have something done with my back. The days of having steel rods put in your back, I think, are over. I think now they can, if they had to, put a 3D printed vertebrae in there, a collar around where your actual vertebrae is at, so that it'd be hinged, so it would encase your spinal cord. I think they could do that, but freaking! I've done some of my own surgeries too, but I'm not going to be stitching up and putting 6 or 7 stitches in up by my eyeball or working on my eyes. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I can sew up wounds. Here's one I got yesterday. I fucked up. I was out hammering shit. I had bled like a stuck hog, but I got pictures on my phone. Anyway, so what I did was I wrapped a piece of electrical tape around like that, and then around like that, and around like that, and around my hand. I just left that on there. And then I went and put my mechanics gloves on like a dumbass I should have had to start with, but I don't think that would have made any difference. Anyway, it quit bleeding and it healed up. So, yeah, my hands are weak from pounding yesterday. I'm removing metals off some big poles we got to weld together. We're making a beef uh, hanger for my butchering room. So there's going to be a trolley on the top, a trolley, 4-inch, 6-inch trolley that runs back and forth on I-beam. And then there's going to a big electric winch on that. I think it's like a 5-ton electric winch. But the trolley's only half ton. Get that. Anyway, we're going to be hauling beef up and down on that thing and hanging halves of beef on it. Because I have my own butchering room, you understand? I think I got pictures of it. I'll have to do something with the pictures. Hold up a second. We'll look at this when my phone comes on. We'll look at the pictures I took of my injury yesterday. It looks a hell of a lot worse than it is, really. But, oh, yeah, let's put this under. I'll put that under there like that. Maybe I just leave that one open. Because that one's kind of cool. Yeah, that's right. I got a track phone. And we'll put that out of the way and we'll look at this one to start with. There might be a dollar set or a coin set in here. I don't know for really, really hard. Nah, on the internet or on the interwebs, on all of the people that I follow, like Meg and Gremlin and Adam J and Farmer and Tui and those guys. I don't talk about my surgeries or anything. I don't want any sympathy or any of that crap. So, there's 2 of them in there. Man, oh man, look at that. This one's nice and red. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. 2 sets. I wonder what these are. Man, I got to redo my inventory for my Canadian stuff now. Ooh, look at it. This one's got a nice little snap latch on it. Ooh, beauty, ain't it? Look at that. That's beauty, ain't it? Snap on it. See, that's why I like Canada. And this thing is foam. It's foam in there. Plus you get all of the French and Canadian. Or English and French. French Canadian. 2 commemorative coin, a double dollar sets. Okay. The 100th anniversary of the entry of the province of Prince Edward Island into the Canadian Federation. The Province House, PEI, the Provincial Legislative Building, and the second coin illustrates a mounted member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in present-day ceremonial dress. Okay. It doesn't say what they are, though, as far as silver content goes. But take a look at them bad boys. Hold up a second. Got to get this out. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's the dollar. That's 1873 to 1973. Prince Edward Island. Yeah. And then oh, that's a quarter. Is that the caribou on there? No, that's the mounted. That's the Mountie. Okay, and then the 50-cent coin is the shield, of course, and the dime is the schooner, and the beaver, and the maple leaf, and you get 2 pennies. 2 pennies. It's not a double dollar set. This is just a regular set. Ah, cool. And that Canadian Mountie right there, I have that same Mountie on a regular dollar because they have a regular dollar also. God damn, I wish I could put that down further there and have it come into view. I have that same Mountie on 2 coins that aren't coins. They're just silver rounds. And then I have a $5 coin with that Mountie on also. So, yeah, nice set, man. Ooh, what do we got over there? I got a little piece of crap over there. Yeah, get that out of there. Oh, no, that's a hole. Yeah, those are holes. So I wonder if that thing comes up as a set. I don't know. Those are holes on either side. But yeah, that's cool set, man. I'll go with that any day. Yeah, I like that. I'll have to look up and see what the silver content is, but my guess is it's probably 80. Don't know that for a fact, but let's see if I can put that one here. Oh, hey, look. Some of those coins even come out. And they're not encapsulated, so maybe we'll just touch them by the edge and kind of slide them in there like that. Here's our Mountie if you want to see him a little closer. Let's see if I can. There's our Mountie. That's cool. We'll put him back in there. Just like that. Oh, man. Yeah, that's nice. Well, let's just move it over here, I guess. Yeah, we'll just move it over there. And then we have, we got to put the bag underneath of it so I don't forget which bag they come out of. And then we have this purple one. It's not almost like a purple camouflage the way it looks, but and I have to show you yet after these coins are done the yeah, it's got a nice. This one's a little more plasticky than the other one, but still real nice presentation case. And they did a real good job up in the top also. See, it's just different every time. Just every time. Every coin I get seems to be different. And this had a tag in there. What was this tag? Inspected by number 21. We're going to leave that tag under there. That's part of the set, man. We're leaving that under there. All right. Let's see what our... oh, this was a set for... This is an uncirculated set. Okay. Now, see, this one has what every coin is and what it's made out of on the back, as well as a description. So the dollar... This is all a clad set, man. The dollar is nickel. The 50 cents is nickel. The 25 cents is nickel. The 10 cents is nickel. The 5 cents is nickel. And the 1 cent is bronze. So I'm going to imagine both of these sets are like that. I'm going to imagine that they both are, but I don't know that for a fact. There's your Voyager dollar up there. And on the 50 cent coin, this is the Caribou, the Schooner, the Beaver, the Maple Leaf, the coat of arms, and that's a 1979 dollar. Yeah, so that would have been a clad one, but I don't have that year. So let's see, the 79 Voyager dollar. I know that I know those were clad because those were for, these were all for circulation. So this is an uncirculated set. But the 2 pennies are bronze. Everything else is nickel. Or you call them in the United States clads. Well, they're not clads, they're nickel. So they are at least an industrial metal, nickel. They're not a clad piece of crap. But that's a... See, if you look at that set, hold up a second. And you look at the difference in the... Now, see, this is plastic also, but see, they did a nice little scale looking... and this one just straight plastic, just nothing to it at all. But they both have nice latches. They both have nice latches. I really like... I'm going to imagine that this is also a clad dollar set. What year is this? What year did I say this was? 1973. Yeah, probably clad. I don't know. Hold up a second. There's one way to check real quick. You see that right there? And it's a molybdenum. Yeah, 50-cent piece certainly is clad. The quarter is clad. Nickel's clad. Dime is clad. Let's get you back over there where you were. And the dollar is clad. Yeah, so this is a uncirculated set, but it's clad. Or nickel, I should say. Not clad, nickel. It just doesn't say that on the card. So, but that's, you know, that's fine. I don't have those years. You know, I would rather collect the silver stuff, but doesn't matter because I still collect the Canadian. So there you go, man. That's what we got. I checked all these right here. I checked all of these right here with the magnet. Those are all nickel. They all stick really well. So I'm not worried about touching them then. So Those are both nickel. Oh, down that goes down here. All right, let's put these back in the bags, and then I'll get to showing you what I poured back in high school 50 years ago or so. Because I probably poured that in my sophomore year. Somewhere around there anyway. Sophomore, junior year, one of them. All right, so we're going to put you up here, put you in a bag, put you in a bag. Yeah, I can see I got to go back through and re-inventory my stuff now. Because I lost one page in my inventory. I don't know where it's at. I do not understand where it went. See, I have the inventory sheets for my American stuff, and I do have a lot of American stuff. Don't get me wrong. I stacked ASEs and all the commemorative sets. I like to put the commemorative sets away. If they're too expensive, I don't buy them. But when I can get them, like this Kennedy, in a slab, if they're not real expensive, I'll buy them. It's not like I don't like American stuff. I do, but I don't like United States Mint. And whoever works for the Mint should be fired. And you should get people in there who actually like their job designing coins and designing presentation boxes and stuff, because the way they are right now, it seems like there's no vision, there's no artistic variety at all, no artistic vision whatsoever. So yeah, and I collect coinages from, or I stack different coinages, let's put it that way, from different countries. I like numismatic coins. So yes, Maples, Britannias, Philharmonics, Krugerrands, Kangaroos, Libertads. And the reason I quit doing Libertads so much is because people started to collect every size, every year, driving the price up. Okay, that's fine. I just quit putting them away. I have a lot of them. I just quit for the last few years. Last couple. All right, put that away. Let's just, all that stuff's got to go out to the shop, to the other safe. So let's just put it in here and we'll take it outside, because I got to run, man. I got to go to town. I got to get some air filters for my skid loader that I ordered yesterday afternoon. So we'll put them in there. We'll take them out. All right. Let's see if I can get this up like this, and we'll bring it down like this a little bit. You can see part of it right there. Here's my gun rest. This is what I made back in high school. I gotta put some wings on that nut, but you see, we can put it up and down, and you see how it was made. It was made in two parts. I made this part first, then you put the nut in, and that's been sealed in there. And then you got this nut to adjust your height. And then you have this part that was made separate, cast separate. You see, the only bad thing, and I got a bad grade on this, was that void right there. And it doesn't really hurt it much as far as strength goes. It just looks bad. See that void? Maybe I should have recast and repoured this. I should have remelted and repoured, but I didn't. I just left it like that because it doesn't really hurt anything. And then, you got the bolts and the nuts on either side to keep it from moving around. And then what I do on here is I have a small sandbag I put on there, and then the rest of the gun on when I'm shooting. So, yeah. It's not like I haven't cast and poured anything. It's just that it's been a while. And the materials have gotten better. I mean, the sand is the sand, but the other thing is that the technique is about the same. The technique is about the same. It's just the materials and the technology has gotten a lot better as far as furnaces and infrared temperature gauges and the tongs and that kind of stuff. Everything's gotten a little bit better that way. But the process is still the same. The process is still the same. Making molds, making sure the sand's pounded down, and your mold piece comes out of the sand, and then putting the two pieces together, then pouring. That's all the same technique. But that's as big as I've gotten. And I don't melt and pour anything else except lead right now. I have a lead furnace, and I could do aluminum too in my forge furnace outside, but I don't have a big enough crucible. I'd have to order a bigger crucible. I have two crucibles big enough for gold and silver to melt gold and silver in. Little ones, well, actually, it'd be gold because they're small ones. And I've never melted gold. I have done some in my furnace. I've done some copper and done little things in my gold molds, but that's it. I got too many other hobbies. Too many other hobbies to start pouring this stuff. So, okay, guys, that's basically what I wanted to say. Did I explain my my thumbnail for today? What was my thumbnail for today? I forget. Oh yeah, it was at Target. Yeah, I explained that. That's a 350 Legend. Here's another thing I got. Let me show you guys this. I forget what these are. These are going to go to Silver Selling Machine, but they're 1964 D pennies, Lincoln pennies. They're not wheat cents. They're just regular pennies, but they're in the bankroll from Cincinnati. Yeah, Cincinnati branch of the Federal Reserve. And then I was going to show you yesterday, and I didn't, but I got a couple rolls of these dimes. I thought I had two more rolls coming, but I don't know, from Coin Crew. But these dimes right here. And these are 2009 Denvers. They're clad dimes. There's $5 rolls. But I watched this come out of a sealed mint box. I watched these come out of a sealed mint box. He actually cut the bands, opened them up, and then was selling rolls. And 2009, 2000 or 2009s and the 2008s, I think, harder ones to get. So I bought a couple rolls for just. I'm sure somebody collects and knows what these rolls are worth. I will not tell you what I paid for them, but they're up here on my table, along with I'll race each roll with a casino token. So you get a roll of dimes and a casino token, and I know what stuff's worth, so we will race for those. Might be a little cheaper race, but we'll race for those. All right. Here's what I was going to do for you. Gallery. Let's see what we got here. Do. Yeah, that's what finger was looking like yesterday, and it just wasn't quite bleeding. Okay, so what I did then was I did this. See? Electrical tape fixes everything. And then what I do? I put my goddamn gloves on. But Missy was looking at me and she was going, "Are you an idiot?" She was sitting on that stool next to me, looking at me when I was putting the tape on my hand. "Are you an idiot?" Yeah, there she is. That's Turnip. And you know why her name is Turnip? And it's spelled Turnup. Turnip. Not IP, UP. Why? Because she turned up at my doorstep when she was about a year and a half old and just made herself at home. All right. And she's been here for years now. And she drives every other cat away that she can. She's very jealous. She's a jealous cat. All we got for time, guys, 12:21. We've been on the air for 52 minutes. We will go for 60 minutes. What I wanted to talk about then was Joe Biden and his stupid vice president, Kamala heals up Harris. Come swallow ya, heals up Harris. Are introducing new gun control measures again. Now, they're going to try and circumvent Supreme Court decisions on bump stocks, binary triggers, and then they're going to try and outlaw 3D printed parts. At one time, they were talking about regulating 3D printers, industry-wide 3D printers. And every executive order that they're going to pass on gun control is going to get fucking struck down by the Supreme Court. But what they're trying to do is give this dumb bitch Harris a platform to run on because she has nothing. And today she's supposed to go down to the border for the first fucking time in 4 years. She's going to the fucking border, and she's the border czar, or was named the border czar 4 years ago. This is the first time in 4 years. At the end of the 4, she's going to the border to see for herself what the problem is. Come on. If you people, any of you people, and I doubt anybody listening to this will be voting that way, but even if you're thinking about it, make an argument as to why she should be president. Am I opposed to a woman being president? No, I'm not at all. Am I opposed to a person of color being president? No, I am not at all. However, this one, and she's Indian heritage, not black, by the way. If you vote for her, based on her performance of the last 4 years and her performance as Attorney General for the state of California, and then for her San Francisco city and county, if you vote for her based on her record, you're an idiot. Because she has no record to stand on at all. At all. And if you saw the interview with Oprah Winfrey, Oprah was actually very tired of that person. Oprah was thinking to herself, my God, if this woman could be president, anybody could be president. So, it's just the gun control thing really gets me because these people are so fucking stupid. The Supreme Court has already ruled on bump stocks, on binary triggers, has already ruled on right now, actually, is a hearing case for the Illinois laws that Pritzker put in place. And those will get struck down as unconstitutional also. So you can see that is nothing more than a political grandstanding maneuver to try and give Harris something to run on. Something. She has nothing, is not going to have anything. And if you vote for her, what you're voting for is an extension of the Biden presidency, which was an extension of the Obama presidency, which is an extension of the Clinton presidency, which was an extension of the Bush presidency. And it goes back and back further. They're trying to destroy this country from within. That didn't work. Then they tried it with a pandemic. That didn't work. By shutting the whole country down. The whole economy. They tried it. How many lives they destroyed. And they don't care. And now they tried it with illegal immigration by flooding the country with illegal immigrants. And if Trump becomes president, I hope he deports every fucking single one of them. Have ICE working overtime, expand that agency, disband the ATF, FBI, and CIA, because they are all duplicated. Everything's duplicated or triplicated within the government. So disband some of those agencies. Get rid of them. Let those people retire. Give them severance, whatever. Get them out of the system. Shrink the size of government. Decrease my taxes. Quit giving money to Pakistan and India and Vietnam and Poland, and quit giving them piles of cash, especially to the people like Pakistan who don't have our interests at heart at all. Why are we giving them money for stupid shit? If there's anyone that votes for Kamala Harris, you have lost your fucking mind. Period. Do I think that Donald J. Trump is the best person in the world to become president? No. Do I agree with every frickin' thing that, every policy that he wants to implement? No. But until we get a third party, a viable third party, an independent, viable third party, I'll have to vote for the lesser of two evils, which I've had to do for the last 5 or 6 fucking elections now. Or presidents, I should say. But if you guys can't see it, the communists are trying to destroy this country from within and without. You can't see a combined assault on this country. If you can't see it, you're just frickin' not looking. And if you can't see it, you're either willfully uneducated or stupid, or you're straight up a communist. Like the Nazi brown shirts. You're going to be used, and then you're going to be the first one sacrificed. Hey, it's up to you guys. It's up to you guys this time around what you want the future of this country to be. You think you have rights now. You don't have any rights. You have the illusion of rights. Go ahead, tell me you have the right to choose. You don't have a right to choose. You ain't got a right to choose shit. You tell me that the justice system in this country is not 2 or 3 tiered, that there are different justice systems for different levels of people. Go ahead, make that argument. Go ahead, try it. Really, when they say that they're going to come into your home to make sure you're storing your guns the way they want you to, unannounced, warrantless, how many fucking rights in the Bill of Rights are they violating? Your 4th Amendment right, your 16th Amendment right, 10th Amendment right, sorry. The problem in this country is that every citizen has a right to vote. And in my mind, that's wrong. If you haven't served the United States people in some capacity for at least 2 years, voluntary service to this country and its people, if you're not a landowner, if you don't pay taxes, if you're on, oh, I could think of other things, but we'll just go that way. If you haven't done or been or qualify for one of those, then you shouldn't have the right to vote. Sorry, you're just along for the ride. You're not here to make decisions. You're just here for the ride. The people who have actually given of themselves for this country, for the benefit of this country, who actually own land in this country, or what was the other thing I said? Landowner, you're either in the military or a government program, voluntary government program for 2 years, like Conservation Corps or something like that. That we used to have that actually improved infrastructure in this country, and national parks and infrastructure. And what else? What was the third one I said? I have to go back and look, but I don't want to. There should be stipulations. Not every citizen in this country should be allowed to vote. Period. Just the way it is. Because you have nothing to lose. The people who have given their time to serve this country, the people who own land in this country, um, those people have something to lose. They have skin in the game. That's what I'm trying to say. If you don't have skin in the game, no allow you to vote. If you have skin in the game somehow, then you should be allowed to vote. That piss you off? Too bad. Go someplace else. Don't want to talk to you. Simple as that. Oh, we got a president in name only. And Mrs. Coin Crew, who ran this country for 4 years? Can anybody answer that question? Who ran this country for 4 years while Joe Biden was president? Kamala wasn't, because she's stupid. Joe did, because he's in and out. You know, you could say he's out all the time, but I don't think so. I think he's in and out. I watched my own parents, so I know he's in and out all the time. Mostly out, but he's in sometimes. So who's running this country? Who is the people who put Joe there? Joe was the vice president to who? Barack Obama. Barack Obama said in his speech, we're fundamentally going to transform this country. He came right out and said it. The presidents before him were doing it, but he came right out and said it. Okay, so they put Joe in as president, but who was Obama's chief of staff? Come on, name it. Susan Rice, another woman of color, was Obama's chief of staff. And I got to admit, she's pretty fucking smart. She's the one running the country because she's Joe Biden's chief of staff. There was a continuation of power there. If anybody says this isn't Obama's third term, you're stupid. Just willfully ignorant or stupid, one or the other. Go back and look and see how many of Obama's administration are in the Biden administration. Susan Rice is the one running this government right now. Has been for 4 years. And she's doing what the people up at the top are telling her to do. My 2 cents worth. Yeah, but who are the power people? You know, we always talk about them, they, the elites, the 1%, the power people. Who are they? Who are they? As individuals, we can name them as organizations. And when we name them as organizations, then we can look at who belongs to those organizations. I think right at the top is the Bank of International Settlements. And who belongs to that bank? Who owns that bank? And then under them, who is the other? The loans for loans. Another bank, and they might be on the same level. The Bank for International Settlements and the don't say the World Economic Forum because they're below these banks right here. And then you have the Fed banks below them because there are certain levels there. The Bank for International Settlements, and I'd have to look again at the flow chart. But bankers, and look at who belongs to the Fed, who belongs to the Club of Rome, who belongs to the World Economic Forum, who belongs to Skull and Bones, who belongs to Bohemian Grove. Those people right there, those are the people that are on this level down here. The higher level are the bankers, the Bank of International Settlements, and come on, Gary, think of it. Uh, where do countries loan money from? Come on, man, I can't think right now. Doesn't matter. I gotta go to town. You guys can look it up. If you want a really good breakdown on who belongs at what level, go back and watch some of Glenn Beck's YouTube podcasts. Glenn Beck breaks it down pretty good. Now, you might not like Glenn Beck because of his alt-right leaning. He's not alt-right. He's a God-fearing man, a very religious man. And I'm not a religious person that way because I think organized religions are nothing more than a form of control also. But and then just go back and look and see where Judaism, because one of the older religions on earth, as well as Confucius and Buddhism, but go back and look and see where that religion came from. I mean, really far back. And you're going to be pissed off when I say it, but it was, they're not Russian, but they were that part of the country, that part of the continent, Jews. Russian Jews. That's where it all started. Get pissed off at me if you want. Don't care. The banking sector has been behind most of the wars in the 19th, 20th, 18th, 19th, 20th century. And they played both sides to make money. And the banking sector was mostly Jews. So, you know, and then I'm not going to say all Jews are bad. And you're going to take it the wrong way. Because there are Zionists and then there are regular Jews. Very religious, very devout, Jewish people. But then there are people masquerading as Jews, the Zionists, who could care less about their religion and beliefs, but are Jewish because of the heritage in the banking sector. They played both sides against the middle when it comes to wars. They made money from both sides. I mean, that's well documented. If you want to go look up the documents, most people don't. Yes, Rockefellers, DuPonts, yes, yes. Jesus Christ was the son of the gods. He was a prophet, I think, but was he the son of the God? The one and only God? Yeah. I think the Greeks and the Romans had it right before Catholicism, before Christianity, believing in a pantheon of gods. I honestly believe in the Anunnaki and that version of how man was created. And you can watch podcasts that show the how the multiple God religions, the gods, transformed into the one God religion, and then how Jesus Christ, and then people took it to an extreme that way to Catholicism, and then after the Protestant Reformation, then we had Lutherans and Protestants and Baptists and Mormons, and you can follow that. I mean, there's just a flow chart of how that went from Judaism to Christianity, and then Christianity, and then Muslims over here, because Christianity and Islam is an Abrahamic faith. They both believe in their father Abraham, and where they split is their sons Ishmael and the other one that went the Christian way. And they argue, Islam and Christianity argues over which son was supposed to be sacrificed um, by Abraham. God told him to sacrifice his son and then stayed his hand at the last moment just to see if he would follow instructions. And that's where Christianity and Islam deviates, because Islam says it was the son by uh, the maid, basically, the illegitimate son, or the legitimate son by his wife Sarah. That's where we differ in our religions, right there. Then we have the prophet Jesus Christ, and we have the prophet Muhammad, which came 600 years after Jesus Christ. I think the Muslims saw, Muhammad saw Christianity and how they were controlling people, and he thought, yeah, this is a good fucking scam. I'm going to do this too. So he started his own fucking religion, and that's where Islam came from. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Muhammad was a fucking pedophile. But back in that day, marrying young girls was normal. He took it to an extreme, but all right. Usually girls got married in their teens back then. He took it to a little bit younger than that. So when you can marry a 3-year-old, you're a fucking pedophile. I'm sorry. You're just a fucking pedophile. Anything that's pre-pubescent, you're a pedophile. If it's post-pubescent, then you have to follow the laws of your society. Now, here we say 18. 18, 17, 16, really doesn't make a difference as far as their bodies go. It makes a difference as far as their mental abilities go. They're not mature enough. Some girls are not mature enough at that point. Some girls are. And instead of trying to differentiate between who is and who isn't uh, mentally mature enough, the law just says, okay, we're going to make the cutoff right here at 18. After high school, hey, up to you. How many kids are having sex in high school these days? Oh my God. The numbers would scare you. But hey, and as a father of 3 girls, I know that. But I know my oldest daughter in high school, when she was 16, 17, was not mentally uh, mature enough to have sex. My youngest one was. My middle one, I don't think did. So, yeah, just did we prepare for that eventuality? Yes, we did. My wife was a little bit more practical in that sense than I was because she was one of those girls that was having sex in high school. So, anyway, that's we went down that rabbit hole from religion, and from religion, from Jews, and then banking. All right. So yeah, we went. You can go down a lot of different rabbit holes. You can go down a lot of different rabbit holes. Jeffrey and Billy. Yeah. That's correct. How many civilizations have been on this earth? Advanced civilizations before us. Nobody can answer that. You know, archaeologists can find remnants or artifacts from civilizations, maybe one, two, before us, but everything else just um, returns to the earth. Everything. And everything sinks back to the core, is remelted, and back out to the surface over eons. So, how many advanced civilizations have been on this earth before us? God only knows. Maybe when I die and I go to that place where knowledge is unlimited and free, then I'll find out. But until then, no. Do I believe in the planet Nibiru or Planet X and that being the home of the Anunnaki and those people coming back around here in the next, what is it? It's every 26,000 years. And I think we're at the apex of that cycle. So another 13,000, something like that. Or maybe it's closer than that. If it was closer than that, then we'd be able to see it. So anyway, that's an interesting concept. I do like that concept, that theory. But did this iteration of humankind have DNA help from extraterrestrials or otherworldly entities? I think so. We can look at our DNA and see that. All right, guys, it's been over an hour. It's an hour and a half. I got to go. I got to run to town. I could talk about this shit all day, but I can't. I got stuff to do. So I will see you later. It's been very nice talking to you. Um, if you like conversations like this, I have to. I don't know how to get other people up, like on StreamYard, and so we can talk face to face and have actual conversations instead of reading chat. If somebody knows how to do that and wants to do that and have me up sometime, I can do that. I know how to do that. All you do is send me a link. I think if the link is in StreamYard, and I haven't done anything in StreamYard yet, but okay, we can do that. We'll see you guys later. Remember, man, vote. Vote this time. It's very important. It's very important that we get Donald J back in office and get these one world government communists out. See ya.